Hello. So this is a movie about a recent FPV flying day where things unfortunately went south, and it all ended up with a major expedition trying to retrieve a plane from way up in a super tall tree. Now, things started out quite well on this day. We had a good morning with good conditions and cold but really fun RC flying. I was getting some great FPV shots flying over this morning fog, and then a little later in the day I was getting some really fun shots chasing this snow plowing machine. Let's have a quick recap from the RingebuRC episode that was shot that morning.
Hello FPV man,
Hello.
FPV Basse, you're back.
Yes, it's a remaiden today.
It's a remaiden.
I broke my tail last time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Party Christian. Oh, so sweet. Oh. Will it be some plane harvesting today?
Plane harvesting.
Yes.
I saw they had a good ladder here today.
Yeah.
Maybe.
If you do believe in karma, I think you're gonna agree that it was probably a bad idea to be joking about these things.
Nice. Flies really great, this plane. Oh. Oh. Where are we? Oh, in the woods. Deep in the woods. What's the location? Long ways from Frya.
It's a FPV expedition.
FPV expedition.
I have my harvesting rope.
Harvesting rope. Oh,
Still season in Ringebu.
Yes, harvesting season.
Yeah.
Harvest planes from trees.
Yes, it's high hanging fruit today, I'm afraid.
Oh, high hanging fruit. Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, up there. Okay, let's see how high. Up in this. This is the Party Christian's plane. Poor Party Christian. Look at this high tree. Cannot climb in it. Yeah. Look at this style. Whoa! It's almost, but.
Let's have a quick look at what actually happened when the plane went down. This was supposed to be the last flight of the day. It's already starting to get dark, as you can see in the pictures. And I just wanted to go quite high and get some good overview shots of the airfield at Frya. And for some reason I got a lockout or failsafe on the plane. And the wind must have been a lot stronger than I realized up there, because the plane got really carried away. It actually didn't take all that long to locate the plane, even if it was quite far away from where I was flying. I had a directional antenna on my FPV goggles, so I knew in what direction the plane was, and we walked closer and closer to it. And when I was turning my head and looking through the goggles, I was able to use the directionality of the antenna to sort of determine in what direction the plane was. And as we were getting close enough, we were able to use the radio to hit the throttle, and then we could listen for the sound of the propeller. Along with the ladder I borrowed, I was able to get a hold of a couple of super long, thin boards, and I figured I could maybe attach those together to make a super long stabbing pole that I could try to kind of jab the plane out of the tree with. So I decided to walk over to the tree where the plane was with those first, and maybe save myself the hassle of carrying that super heavy ladder all the way through the deep snow to where the crash happened. And I got some aerial photos here to sort of illustrate what distances we're talking about. This is where the plane is in the tree, and this is where I was able to park the car. And you can see the line representing where I had to walk. I made some measurements on Google Maps, and it turned out to be about 300 meters each way. And as you can see in this little movie, it turned out to be quite a few round trips walking through the snow in that distance. Now, one little funny thing was that I needed something to attach the two long boards together. And I did have some straps, but I knew they were just going to slide next to each other if I used straps only. So I needed one nail or one screw or something. and for some reason it seemed to be impossible to locate a screw on this at the airfield. So we scoured every car and every corner we could come across, and I found this one little screw that I could use, and I was a bit like a Gollum protecting his ring with this little screw, because I knew I just needed this one little piece to be able to launch my little project. Okay, so it was a good idea, but it was hard to implement because the branches of the trees, and there were fallen trees all around. It was just impossible to put the pole up high without bending it. Of course, it had to snap. So that means it was time for another hike to go get the ladder. In typical fashion, when I walked over to the car to get the ladder, I didn't have the car key with me because the ladder was on the roof anyway, but I managed to shake the car about when I was getting the ladder off, so I triggered the alarm. So then I had to go back to the car with the ladder, and then once I'd put the ladder at where the tree was, then I had to return back to the car again with the key to be able to turn the alarm off. So here I've dragged this heavy ladder all the way to where the plane has crashed. And if this was a house, then I could have just extended the ladder and slid it up the side of the house, and that would be it. Very easy. But the tree here it's so dense with the brushes and branches, and there's other trees that have fallen all around. There's roots on the ground, and it was really hard to extend the ladder. And I kind of had to get into this rhythm where I extended the ladder a little bit, climbed up, cleared some branches, walked down, extended the ladder a little bit, put it up a little higher, then climbed up, cleared the branches some more. And it was very time consuming, and I was getting really tired. And I was using this rope that I had before to kind of try to snap off some small branches or tie them to the side. And I was getting more and more sweaty and tired with every minute. Luckily, I had good entertainment while I was struggling with this, because the full-size guys, they were practicing touch and goes and all kinds of stuff at the airfield. So I had the planes flying overhead all day.
Nice cub.
So I've realized the rope is not going to cut it, so I'm walking back to the car to see if I can find some better remedies.
Here's Johnny!
So finally, I've put the ladder as high up in the tree as I'm able to, due to the branches and other trees having fallen across and everything. And then I'm standing up in the ladder with the rest of that pole that broke, and I'm kind of just stabbing at the plane. And finally...
I'm curious to see what went wrong on the plane. I'm gonna run over and have an inspection. Okay, so FPV gear's on. The wing is slightly broken, probably from me punching at it with the stick. I lost the canopy, broke the rear tail feather. To my joy, the GoPro is still here, and I definitely think it's time to unplug the battery. Okay, so the airplane is down from the tree and I am exhausted. I feel like if I had a 4-hour workout, and that's not very strange actually, because that's pretty much what I have had just now. So now what I gotta do is return to the airfield and return the ladder that was kindly lent to me. And then it's time to make the trek back home. All in all, a really tiring day, but still a really good RC FPV day. It's all part of the fun.
So I know it's impossible to fight human nature, and obviously anyone enjoys watching a train wreck in slow motion. So I've included the footage from the crash one more time for everyone's enjoyment and laughter. And then lastly, I've taken out some screenshots from the Eagle Tree Vector Waypoint Access Setup page. And I plotted in where I was flying and where the crash happened, and the vector helped me calculate the distance between where I was and where the plane ended up hitting terra firma again. And as you can see, the wind really did carry the plane away. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching.